And seconded by the Councillor Henderson. And all those in favour, please say aye. And to the contrary, you'll get shot. Okay. We're going to move to item number 15. This one here is the preparation of the draft Auckland Council annual report and the draft Council summary annual report.
Councillor Simpson moved. You need a seconder.
Do we just go straight through this?
You need a seconder.
Pink.
Are you going to second?
Pink.
Oh, you're moving.
Oh, me. Okay, here and me. Right. We're welcoming a plethora of mathematical geniuses to the floor. Are you leading this, Roscoe?
I'll lead very briefly. So this is the open report. Open report for the annual report. There's a more substantive item in the confidential. The reason why we have to have the main report confidential is the annual report has to be released to the NZX. We need to, because we have a whole lot of bonds on the NZX, we need to release the annual report in a systematic way to all parties at the same time. We also need to have the audit opinion included, and you'll hear from the auditor in the confidential section as well. So those are the reasons why the bulk of the stuff is in confidential. But assuming you adopt the annual report, it'll all be out there in the public tomorrow. That'll pass across to Francis.
Thank you, Ross. So the key thing is this is a process. This paper is focusing on the process that we've undertaken in order to prepare the annual report for adoption today. Which is we're required to publish this and to issue it as it's a legislative requirement, but it also ensures that there's transparency of the group's performance to both investors and ratepayers. So the annual report is covering the 12 months and has been prepared by council staff and audited by Audit New Zealand on behalf of the Auditor General. As Ross mentioned, the representatives of the Auditor General will address the meeting in the confidential section. So the annual report really just compares the performance of Auckland Council and the group against the budgets and operating targets set in the 10-year long-term plan, which is the recovery budget, and the annual budget for 2023-24. Just important to note that at the meeting of the Audit and Risk Committee on the 17th of September, they reviewed the annual reports and the preparation process, and also spoke to Audit New Zealand and the Office of the Auditor General before recommending these annual reports for adoption by the governing body. And that is, we've attached the minute on Appendix A, Attachment A. I'm now going to hand over to Karuna, who's going to just talk a little bit about reporting and accountability.
Thank you, Francis. So the annual report details the activities and performance, and includes the performance results against the planned levels of performance, as Francis mentioned, in the recovery budget and the annual budget, also outlining the group's consideration of climate risks and opportunities. The summary annual report discloses the most significant matters dealt with in the annual report. So in the past, what we've done is we've provided an annual report presentation with slides detailing key highlights in our general approach to demonstrate public accountability and transparency. But this year, instead of the presentation, we wanted to share a short video. It's about 2 minutes, and really it seeks to capture the essence of the narrative that is in this year's annual report. So it's in the spirit, before we play the video, if we could just please ask Phil to provide some additional context around the transparency and accountability bit. Thanks, Phil.
Oh, thanks. Well, I'll talk generally. I mean, it's good to be at this point and the team's done a lot of work to get us to a robust annual report that tells a good story, and it doesn't escape me that the public's ability to kind of interpret voluminous annual reports and what have you is difficult. So we're trying to tell a bit of a story here. It is ultimately an accountability document to our public, right? So that's the spirit in which that's given, and it reflects what we're trying to do. I'm kind of casting a long bow here, but we're trying to kind of shift the narrative around a sense of performance and accountability for the organisation. So, it fits in with that theme, that drive in the organisation at the moment. So, look, I won't say more than that. It'll evolve over time, but on my behalf, credit to the team for sort of approaching it in that spirit.
Thanks very much, Phil. So can I please now ask Sandra to play the video? Hopefully yep, thanks.
Well, that's probably going to get more followers than reading the actual book.
So just
I hope it didn't turn out to be a $780,000 embarrassment from Tātaki, but it looked as though it's fairly low budget. So I'd like to thank you for that.
Positive story.
Value.
So in closing, if there is interest, we can share the link to this video for you to share on your LinkedIn or social media if you want to do so. So on that, I'll hand back to you, Mayor Brown. I'm happy to take questions.
Okay. Take this opportunity to farewell Francis, who's not going to be doing any of these anymore. This is the last one of these you're going to do, I understand. Is that correct, Francis, after many years of this? So, tot sins and sayonara, brother. Lurking in the back of the room, we have the Auditor General. So I think I'm going to move this, seconded by the Deputy Mayor, and I think it's been approved by the Audit Committee. Eh?
Just put this one.
So I'm going to put this. All those in favour of this recommendation, please say aye. To the contrary, thank you very much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the next thing is we're going to have a movement to go into
No extraordinary business.
exclusion of public.
No extraordinary business. Item 16. None.
16.
While we're just mucking around, Francis, I just want to say a big thank you from me as well. You've been instrumental to many
No consideration.
annual reports, NZX releases, the whole 9 yards. You've been with us for a long time, and I just want you to know that on behalf of us all, we truly value what you've done. It's been tricky, especially last term, but you've always been there, so thank you very much and all the best for the future.
Consideration of extraordinary items. There are no extraordinary items. And then a procedural motion to exclude the public. Moved by the Deputy Chair, Mayor, seconded by Councillor Hills. All those in favour of going to secrecy, please say aye. I'm sorry about this. Mr Wilson, you're excused class along with Ms Baldock.
5-minute adjournment.
5-minute adjournment while we reassess those people online. And thank you, Karina and team. Are you staying in the front, or do we replace you with the Auditor General? I think we do.
Mayor, can I just say that video was really cool?
Okay.
Does anyone else think that, or is it just me? I thought it was really good. I just want to say that I think that more people watch that video than ever read 7,654 pages of annual report.
Councillors online, could you please join the confidential link? Thank you.